Now let me ask you, what did that sound like in your phones?
That was real clear. I like that.
And it's usually like when you lose something,
Mm-hmm.
it's usually the last place you look, you find it. I don't know what it is about that, but
Bill had to be one of the best acoustic engineers God ever put on this planet.
There are great engineers around, but none that I've met yet that could stand on the same ground that he did.
He just knew how to manipulate sounds. He knew what to do to make somebody's performance the best.
He was like a painter. He would like paint this picture, and he did it with microphones. He didn't try to do it with outboard gear later. He would start with it. He would start painting right away.
When I first met him, he already had this incredible microphone collection. I mean, he kept adding to it.
Many of those are what we call matching pairs. They're in sequence, they're serial numbers. There would have been Alison Krauss, Dwight Yoakam, James Taylor, of course Dolly. It goes on and on and on for who has sung on some of those microphones.
This collection of Bil VornDick's gear is the ultimate toolbox that bluegrass music has been built on.
The bluegrass music, I think he had brought a lot of that stuff to Nashville because it was being done up in the hills in Virginia. And when he came to town, nobody really was doing any bluegrass.
I think he had a huge influence on bluegrass being accepted at a level that it didn't used to be accepted at. He really brought that to the fore like probably nobody else had before that.
Bill would just make whatever guitar they had, whatever they played, sound the best that it possibly could. But he would also be willing to experiment because he was still learning, still willing to do what can we do in this room that makes this instrument sound really great.
He actually made a huge difference, at least in my musical life and a lot of people's musical lives in Nashville, because he brought something that was really his. He was an amazing guy in his engineering, in his skills, his people skills, and made how many Grammy nominations? 40, I think. And I just love making records with the guy.
I'm gonna miss him. I'm really gonna miss him because he was a big part of my life, a big part of my recording life, and a friend and a confidant. And you know, I can't get him back, but you know, some lucky person is gonna get a piece of Bill. Every time you get a piece of his gear, it's gonna say Bill on it. And it's gonna be something that works, and it's gonna be magic.